What's up, guys? Bear Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're back on the Shadow Meme team, or at least soon to be Shadow Meme team, and I want to try and see what type of progress we can make when it comes to now Void Vortex. We have these Eloise that are getting much stronger. Man, I'd love to finish that Augustus Magic Ball and start working on another artifact. But for the time being, we're going to have to wait and see. So I think we're going to keep our typical setup here with our Jara. Kind of more of a CC bot that can do some damage. And mainly we're going to be sticking with these Eloise here. Control removal does sound good on all of them. I'm going to leave the extra healing. I like that. Because as you guys know, Tower of Dream, I mean, we did really good with our heroes. We even got Nightmare 4 done. We can't really do any of the other nightmares, but that's fine because we got our Dream Bag that we can claim all of our loot out of, which is awesome. We got all that good stuff. Gate of the Void. All right, so this is the next frontier for this account. Actually, you know what? Let me look at something. I wonder if we should prioritize leveling up the Spirit of Wraith. Shadow heroes get a bonus. They get armor break versus the whale getting all damage dealt. I mean, maybe it's like our second build. Honestly, the light we might want to regress and build the shadow up. But again, it's kind of hard to regress stuff because, you know, we don't have a lot of gems on this account. So I've already hit a couple planets here. I was messing around with some stuff. And I believe we can get this done. I believe this setup here should work for a lot of these planets and should not be that difficult. As you guys saw, literally Eloise is turned into, or has turned into, one of the best heroes to have on your account. It honestly comes down to the insane healing that they have. You see, every time they get hit, they then counterattack and then they get a nice big old heal. It's kind of like this nice little bouncing bar of, can we stay at 100% health? Every time they get hit, it pretty much just bounces right back up. And the Eloises just do so much damage. They don't even have protection. I imagine this lineup should get us all the way up to Valiant. We're going to try and see how that works out today. I know the difficulty does ramp up very quickly once you get to Valiant. We just got to see how this turns out. We might need to like re-roll some planets. But honestly, I'm not expecting to have to re-roll that many on the way up to Valiant. But we'll have to see. Look at all this. They're just dead at the end of the round. Every hero on this side, the Garudas are definitely dead. So many counterattacks. Yeah. So many counterattacks. So good. So for the planets that we can skip, we're just going to skip because we've gotten pretty far before, I think. No, actually we've only beaten 6 before. Interesting. Let's just see how many of these planets we can smash our way through without even needing to really pay attention, re-roll, anything like that. I mean, you guys can kind of see the trend here, right? It's pretty easy when we have this many Eloise. Now, of course, we don't really have that great of pay-to-win artifacts. We do have some upgraded. But the big thing here that is causing us to have such an easy time is the V4, and that's why stellar shards are the most important thing in this game. We did lose to this one. I want to see if we can get past it without using any of our not burners, but the radiation cores. I always forget the name of them every single time. And of course, you know, having a jar in here to throw some CC around with an upgraded Ruby Scepter is convenient, but I don't even think it's necessary. I think the Eloise can just do things themselves. It is a nice little bonus for sure. And you definitely want your strongest Eloise in slot 1 because even though not as many heroes hit slot 1 like they used to way back in the day, like 2 or 3 years ago when you guys might have started Idle Heroes, there's still quite a few that hit slot 1 with their basic attacks. So yeah, just make sure you're doing that because we got a W here. That's going to be easy. So we already got through 4. We didn't need to use any of our protection singlets. Now, all damage dealt lowered by 60%. We might need protection on these planets. I don't think we're going to defeat any of them, honestly. Well, we got one of them there. We have protection here, so that probably means we win it. Might not win on this one. We even, like, I mean, this is crazy. Like, even on planets where we don't have protection. Now, this one might be hard because there's 3 enemies. We will just roll some protection just to make this run a little bit. Oh my god, really? Almost took to the very last one. Explorer 3 is one of the most difficult levels. Level 3 of every difficulty has the same effect. It is all damage reduction by 60%, and then I think it goes up to 80%. And maybe even higher in Valiant. I don't know. Maybe it's like something stupid like 95 if you don't have protection. But yeah, the only thing that does sometimes become an issue with the Eloise is killing carries in a synced up manner, and then eventually if you get to late rounds, the carries keep reviving, do their end of round damage, kill your heroes, and then they revive and come back. So it's really, really hard to win with Eloise or multiple Eloise, LOI, when there's a ton of carries on the board. Plus these Garudas are gonna live for a bit too, and it can just be a little troublesome. We got 1 carry down here, 2 carries in the Sherlock. We gotta kind of win on this round, I feel like. The problem is the end of round damage happens at the same time that the carries come back. We just gotta take the Garudas out, be done with them. Good, and now I think we can finish all the carries off within the same round as each other. Although, Jara picking them off might cause a little bit of an issue here. Oh no, can we kill? Oh, Jara CC'd. I think we get the win. It's just gonna take a bit. Can we win right here, please? Please? Okay, thank God. Thank God we are done with that one there as well. Last planet. Let's roll some protection here again. Oh, jeez. Man. Literally every planet just feels like the same planet over and over. It's like 1 hero difference, which does feel a little bad, but this one does have an Amun-Ra, so the healing curses could kind of screw us over here. I don't know. But then again, Eloise's healing is in such small numbers that I don't think healing curses really affect her all that much. And we are just shredding apart this team with all these counterattacks. When they hit multiple targets, it is so good for us because chances are you're hitting 2 to 3 of our Eloise and we're just doing so many counterattacks, it just gets out of control. Ooh, frozen as well, or petrified. You know what I mean. Get that Garuda down, take out these carries. Yeah, that's going to be a victory very easily. Nice to see. And it's nice using them instead of Tixes because Tixes will still die within like a couple rounds, whereas with this type of lineup, we really don't have to worry about it because the Eloise have so much survivability. Even just wearing their plate of courageous, fearless armor, whatever you want to call it, they're very, very durable. Now, the one thing that could be difficult with our heroes is Explorer 1, because in Explorer 1, they reduce, or they have a chance to be sealed off if they don't have protection, and if we're sealed off, we can't do our counterattacks, I believe, which is where all of our damage comes from. A lot comes from the active, but though actives are unreliable, it's the counterattacks that really do it. And just wait, yeah, this end of round, I was like, this end of round is going to be utter destruction. Any planets? We should be able to do this planet as well. Nice and easy. Can we skip any others? Are any of you skippable? Have we beaten you before? We have. Nice. All right. So, Drake. Drake can be difficult, but the fact that we have 2 carries constantly reviving means majority of the time this Drake is going to have the defense down on the carries. Now, why is that important? Because defense down removes the chance to block, which we absolutely need our Eloise to be doing. So if we can kill that Drake off like ASAP, we shouldn't have any problems here. Even this Amun-Ra using an active is going to constitute for 2 attacks. And honestly, we're not doing a ton of big AoE damage that the shield's going to take effect from. We're horrified on the entire team. We don't care because we can still counterattack. That is if they are not petrified. Oh, man. Yeah, this is easy a W. We got to win there too. And then the last planet in 2, again, should not be a problem. We're just going to skip past it. Shouldn't be too much of an issue at all. I mean, these Eloise are strong. Maybe we can push on even further. Now, I don't think we've ever been this far. Right? We don't have any planets that we can do. Obviously, because we had to watch some of the fights on the other planet. So, Let's get through these 5 fights. They shouldn't be too difficult. None of them look that dangerous. It's really weird that Eloise doesn't really care about carries, which normally it's like all your damage comes from an active ability on your hero. But with Eloise, they just don't care. They really just don't care. They're just like, just hit me. Hit me. If they could use a taunt, like if they had Unimax taunt, they would be ridiculously overpowered. Maybe that's an artifact they need to come out in the future. A pay-to-win artifact. Gives their attacks the taunt ability so that then the enemies have to attack. Good lord, look at those damage numbers end of round. Just ridiculous. Absolutely crazy. Alright, we had one other planet that we did have protection. But honestly, I don't think we need protection. Getting sealed off doesn't feel good, but it's not that big of a deal. And of course, the carry support with all those energy drains is nice as well to prevent actives. It does lower the damage coming into our Eloise to give them enough time to survive. But as you've seen, they really don't drop below 50% HP. Like, you just see every time they get hit, they're just back to full. Just back to full, back to full. Oh, if only that Russell got an attack off, that would have been good for us. Because it would have been so much damage to all the enemies. Oh, geez, that was a good hit. Nice, nice. Oh, I'm so happy we decided to do the Eloise for Tower of Dreamland, because then I was like, oh, but then Vortex, she is so overpowered. Like, she is so tanky, so much damage, so much survivability, so much healing, so much everything. It's just crazy. Now, see, we did get sealed on the bottom one, so I think if the bottom Eloise gets hit behind me, she's not going to counterattack. Yep, she does not counterattack when she's sealed. So that is one bad effect from Explorer 1, Valiant 1, Defier 1, Vanquisher 1, wherever you're at. Is not a great one to have on you. But I don't think it's going to make that much of a problem. It did. It actually did that. Garuda must have slowly picked us off. Yeah, let's just go for some protection. Why not? It might help us. Good lord. Why is it every time we go for Shadow, it's at the very, very end? That did give us the win easily, though. Let's try to do it without it, because, of course, we still have plenty of attempts, whereas those protections don't come very easily. All right, come on. Hit my entire team. Do it. No, just hit the front row. Hit the front row with every single attack. Yes. This Eloise is popping off. One got... Oh, geez. We got some CCs. We had our Jara's Petrify get reflected off the Sherlock. Not great, but so long as our main girl right here is alive, that's all we care about. The healing is getting reduced by the Adas. So actually, in Vortex pushes, Adas are a very big counter to Eloise, because if you're running CC removal, which is very important because you have to make sure you're not CC'd for your Eloise to do damage, you're going to have that stacking healing debuff, which is why their healing was very, very low. And on to the last planet. Let's just see if we can do it without protection. No protection. Come on, we got this. And then maybe next week we will try to push through Valiant and see how well these Eloise do there too. I mean, we really haven't had any issues. Most of the planets we faced have been one taps. Like, we didn't even have to run it for a lot of RNG. It was like 1 or 2 planets we had to do that on. That seal feels bad, which probably means we do lose. Let's just burn these here. Let's just not worry about it. That team shouldn't be that difficult to fight. Honestly, having 1 Garuda is the sweet spot, I think. 2 Garudas have a chance to wipe out your Eloise before they have a chance to survive. The Russell getting an active off means 3 counterattacks, so I'm not against him getting an active off next round, to be honest. Ooh, hit all 3 Eloise. Actually, I don't think that Russell's making it to the next round. I think he has so many of the... Oh, yes, the Scarred Souls just added up so fast right there. Counterattacks. Counterattacks everywhere. Well, not there, because that one got sealed off, which loses all of her survivability. Because block does reduce your damage taken by quite a bit, but the big thing is not getting that counterattack to then have the Scarred Soul tick to then heal up, so... Come on, kill her this round. Don't let her survive. Oh, we're going to have to play this game, aren't we? We're going to have to play this game. Oh, our Jara went down. Jara's the good one at helping pick the damage off. Now they're both gonna be back up. We do not have active abilities. All right, I'm not watching this. It's a victory, but I'm not watching it. Healing good. All right, so we are into Valiant now pretty easily. Not too bad. I wonder, has our server gotten everything done? What has our server gotten to? Nobody's cleared Vanquisher 6 on this server. Interesting. All right, let's just find an easy planet. Honestly, that should be a very easy planet to beat, even without protection. At least I think it will. I mean, there's Marks, there's CC. Oh, Jara, that CC was insane. Not having protection does mean we keep getting petrified though by this difficulty, which is not great, but as long as we're getting good counter. Oh my god, those Marks from Asmodel just wiped our team out. Holy cow. All right, I don't want to fight that one. Give me one that has protection already, please. Please? All right, we got one right here. Let's just finish up with this. This way, we get the checkpoint. We get the better resources by clearing one planet in Valiant. And then next week, we'll worry about pushing through Valiant with this team. I think it should work. Like, I don't think it's going to be that much more difficult. Especially after this nerf. This nerf to Vortex was absolutely huge. Good counterattacks. Ooh. That CC is a bit annoying. Think we got it? Oh, not quite. Come on, let's just get it. Come on, I just want to finish on a high note, get that checkpoint done. There we go. All right, so now we do have we got the Valiant 6, so we're good to go. Eloise, she's turning into my favorite hero in the game. She was when she came out, and now she's making a resurgence. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.